Except for the DD rune, obviously he can't pull that with his ulti. But Luna, well, it's been a while since we've been watching this type of farm.
You know, Titan may be behind in gold, but the biggest thing is they keep burning down. Like, as long as they keep the Luna from being able to pick up everything, they're fine. Unfortunately, Bristleback gives them, especially on the Dire side, it gives them practically a free Roche.
Yeah. Between his bonus damage he gets and also the goo. Like, it's only a level 1 goo, but he doesn't need much more than that. Yeah. If he gets it up to level 3, then you got the 2 armor loss, so at least that's one upside. But Ice just tanks the entire thing. Roshan goes down. Now we get the mech recipe, in fact, from the Bristleback, so I correct myself. There's actually a mech coming out from him. Mushy, he's found net. And Sentry Ward, oh, good timing. Stun's still going to connect right now. They need the vision so Burning can get one and off. Does he go into the Eclipse? There's going to be an Alchemist stun. The arrow, well, that's still point blank rage. Burning one charges, but there's Jaeger's the Immortal. Not
really
sure if
great
100%
targeting.
worth this right now for DK, especially with Burning taking a little extra damage from the power shot. Yeah, they're backing up here.
That was really great targeting by KYXY. He didn't chance throwing the stun at Mushi because knowing, you know, Spike Carapace was going to be able to go off. That would completely ruin it. So him being able to be patient enough and get vision of the Luna like that was really, really smart play on his part.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Burning, he's doing the only thing he can, come back in the lane. Like, first he was in the enemy jungle. That didn't go well. He actually got kicked out by the Naga Siren. Now he's doing Ancients.
It's too easy, man. It really does get to a point where it's just too easy sometimes for Burning to find farm. Anywhere on the map he goes. Some Sentry Wards now coming out as well from DK. So they might be waiting for that time when they feel like Mirana's coming in. Or they can attempt for the D ward. And actually check out Titan's warding across the map. That's one thing we haven't really commented on during this game so far. But you got an Observer Ward watching the mid. You've then got Sentry Ward just a little bit further down, which we saw before. Another Sentry Ward to block out the aggressive ward from DK. DK, a slightly uncommon Observer Ward position. So they still have vision inside the jungle. So both the Sentry Wards from Titan don't work. And then they got one over here, which is next to the Ancient area. And then another one which is up on the top lane. And that's the the Sentry Ward from the Radiant side. So just trying to move off all of DK's aggressive warding. But at the same time, Mushy, just sitting there inside of Vendetta. He sees Extinct, and he's going to move in. There's no other choice right now. Mirana shows himself, stun, completely balled it up. Because no one was there. The arrow flies up. Somehow Mushy is able to evade that one and come into attack on the Alchemist. Even the Chemical Ray Shackle didn't launch. He targeted on Lanham instead of Mushy. So there was no double hero launch up. And then the mech charge goes off from Ice. He's already hitting like a truck. He's got to keep those charges up. And Mirana's going to throw the ulti off. Mushy, oh, he's feeling the sun. Sentry Wars, now I can see him. Another leap away from Ohio. A little bit further up. Extinct. He's the one that got himself in trouble. Another Sentry Ward has to go down. 4 staff up, evades the Split Earth. And the arrow is stunned up MMY, but Ohio himself gets controlled. And the Illuminates just keep flying out, but it's minimal to no damage. It's only a level 2 Illuminate. Like, there's just no damage coming out from the Coddle. He's managed to get like 4-man hits, and they still just like brush it off like it's nothing.
Yeah, DK, their rotations.
Oh, Naga.
Oh, wow.
That's 3 heroes bigly caught up here, but there's your Illuminate. Again, no damage. The mech's already off cooldown. This nodding up Miracle. KYXY's got stunned up twice over, 3 times over, just holding him in one position. The arrow is now stolen from the Rubik, having a look around. Can't connect with the Coddle, but Coddle's also got no mana whatsoever. So this will be a tier 1 and a tier 2 tower in the middle lane for DK.
You know, I can't believe they tried that. With the Mirana down, she's just such a key part of these team fights, being able to hit the arrow and the Starstorm. Like, that's a ton of burst damage that you really, really need on the Luna. I can't believe they tried to force that. That was just silly. DK's rotations have been really good. Like, the way they initiated that team fight on both times, it's all about Mushi going behind the tier 1 tower, being able to see those opportunities for the rest of his teammates to be able to follow up, see those weaknesses in Titan's line, and just really exploit them as much as possible. It's a really fantastic way to run your Nyx Assassin mid like that. Oh my goodness. At least you got Spike Carapace off, right?
No, it's just the old and iron, like Ohio. Even when he's good, he gets hurt. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
It's just so disappointing for a Mirana. Like, when you're going up against something like Spike Carapace, you connect the arrow and then you take the stun and the damage. It's like, thanks.
Yeah. And this is exactly what they want. Like, look at top right now. They throw down the counter ward. Miracle just doesn't feel safe enough to be able to go farm that. And that's a good amount of farm sitting there top. It's pushing in towards him, but he leaves it. He just doesn't feel safe anywhere he goes because of this Nyx Assassin. It's kind of limiting Miracle in many, many ways. Unfortunately, she's a Naga Siren, so she just pops Mirror Image and farms jungle without having to actually be there, but still.
Latinum had the party spoiled. He realizes they're both fake now after popping off his edict. But the party was most definitely spoiled right there.
That last team fight was huge because they gave DK finally had more initiation than just Vendetta. Because now they finally have a Blink Dagger up on Mushi.
Yeah.
Like now he doesn't have to go invis and potentially get caught out by counter wards or something like that. Now he can just straight up blink in, stun, spike carapace, Vendetta hits.
While we've got a moment, man, before they're going to attack, I just want to have a flashback to that fight in the middle lane before. So this is that time when like you could see him searching for the quick opening, and you think, oh, okay, maybe I got this. But the fact the Alchemist dies so quickly on, like it was a rough time. You can't get any kind of stuns off. They just pop off the mech charge, and they're just fighting so strong. And the next thing you try and search for is like when they turned around, like Mariah, like ulti goes off, tries to run back in again, sentry wards come down, they're just looking for the quick stun up. It's, yeah. Even the arrows, like you connect once an MMY who's stuck in range of the tier 1 tower, and you expect after that point that maybe you can get the upper hand, but there's the Illumin, like no damage whatsoever, just keeps turning the fight around, and life just becomes really, really hard. Like the tier 1 towers are going to drop, and you just can't control after that point.
Yeah, TK, they've made such a big turnaround. Looking at Luna's net worth, she's sitting about 8,000. Miracle, the big hope for Titan right now is being able to pick up that Radiance that they're looking at. She's only 1,000 gold. Like 1,000 gold ahead of Luna after pretty much free farm, and Luna getting shut down so hard by Ohio. DK has made a huge turnaround in that regards because Bristleback wasn't going to carry them forever.
Burning's in trouble. The arrow's connected again, but Mushi so quickly in, use the Vendetta because they need the extra damage, and they got it.
Wow.
Luna just turned around for the Lucent Beam, and Mirana jumps in. And don't worry, peoples, when I jump to the old stream, you will not miss out on anything on the live stream. So do not fear. I saw a couple people in chat freaking out as I was doing that.
Yeah, it was just farming time. There wasn't anything big.
Yeah.
Burning was finally able to pick up his BKB just now. That was flying out to him. So that's huge because it means they can no longer do the Naga Siren into the arrow combo on Burning and just burst him down. Also means Radiance. That damage is largely ineffective.
Ice is about to destroy Extinct. He's just body blocking up most of the win run. And he's just snotting up a little bit more. Nice 4 stuff away. There's a TP as well. MMY, even with the power shot with the extra vision you got from that, it was too far out of range to go to the telekinesis and cancel it off. But Ice came in with a vengeance. So he's hitting over 300, almost 300 damage per hit with that DD rune. And this is only 20 minutes in. The problem for DK right now is, with that Radiance freshly up on the Naga Siren, they're going to lose a lot of life points before this fight begins.
Mm-hmm. Miracle may get caught out here. Like, he doesn't have his ultimate.
You're right, he doesn't. He's just going to move around the T.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
TP. Unfortunately, the rest of DK didn't really follow Bristleback. 2 supports kind of got stuck in the secret shop area.
Even if Bristle saw him, he couldn't stop him. That's the thing about Bristle. He doesn't have a stun. We've got him with 18 armor points. Then he's Bristle on top of that, 1,600 life points almost, and the blade mail. And then the heals coming up. He's meant to tank. He's not meant to kill, but he can kill.
Bristleback is a really good counter to Alchemist in many ways. Just because, one, you can see it prevents Alchemist from being run as a carry a lot of the times because Alchemist, he may have a lot of health and a lot of regen through his ultimate, but the one thing he really lacks is armor as a tank. Like, he has absolutely no armor to be able to talk about. The only reason the support Alchemist does is because he has Medallion of Courage. But if he ever throws that away, if he ever actually uses Medallion, he's so exposed to Bristleback. Mm-hmm. It makes him very, very squishy. So as a carry, it makes him a lot less viable going up against a Bristleback. And then on top of that, as a support, Bristleback is able to see that concoction coming in and just turn his back to it.
Mushi's in trouble. Shackled up while the Alchemist might be initiated on the arrow. Will wait long enough for Mohaya to let that Starfall go, as well as wait. Okay, yep, TP's out to safely. He was waiting for the Spike Carapace to end before he threw the arrow. So they get the maximum amount of control over on the next assassin without having Ohio just finding himself there stunned and sitting like a dead drongo. He's just fine. So they get 1 kill and lose nothing. Alchemist able to TP out after he's trying to farm up Ancients. And I really hope this is a Maelstrom, by the way, on Mirana. I really don't want to see a 23-minute Hand of Midas coming up in Ohio.
Yeah, probably not. Maelstrom's a really good farming item for range heroes like that, so... oh, apparently it's just me. Just me disconnecting.
Is it?
Thank you, perfect world.
It does make for challenging connections. But never fear, we always have the Chinese stream to fall back on if something goes wrong. But just like last time. We come prepared, man. We're like the Boy Scouts. Having our studio at our disposal. Makes it easy enough. And it was a Midas. It was a Midas from Ohio. I'm wondering though, like, this is okay. We'll talk about this one later because I know Matt and I have already said everything we want to say about that kind of stuff. But now going in on top of Roshan. So Roshan already with like he's -5 on the armor, extra stuns. It's just ice beating him down, and he was hitting over 300 per hit with that bristleback during that that Roshan time.
Crazy.
As long as he can keep the mana pool up, he's fine doing this. And MMY is helping him out with the Arcane Boots from him. Then you got Arcane Boots coming out from Mushi as well. Obviously, Burning's not going to buy Arcane Boots for him. And Leshraik's not doing the same thing either. But it looks like Leshraik's going to go into Aghanim Scepter. He's already got double Bracer as well as Strain Trades, and now a Point Booster on top of that one. A lot of life points to get through, and a decent mana pool to boot. And if it's not going to be the Aghanim Scepter, we look at a Bloodstone instead. But with the amount of kills going out in this game, maybe Bloodstone won't be as effective.
Yeah, you know, I kind of feel that Titan needs to start grouping up and pushing in soon. Because, yes, Naga Siren, you want to be able to build into some health after you have the Radiance. But at the same time, like, look at Luna's, look at Burning's farm right now.
Are they thinking about this? The arrow's going to connect, and he's in the middle of the acid spray. They force off him a little bit further away.